Hello Curious and welcome back to our channel. Unfortunately, today we have to report some sad news, as over the weekend the news had emerged that Joe Lara, the star of the 90s television series Tarzan The Epic Adventures, and his wife Gwen Shamblin Lara and 5 other passengers had lost their lives in a plane crash. This news had left many shocked and at the same time caused many to reminiscence over his portrayal of Tarzan. But who was the actor and how did he start his career? When did he meet his wife? What productions is he known from? What do we know about the incident and who are the other victims on board? Stay with us until the end of the video as we look back at the life and career of this star. It has been over a year since the tragic passing of Kobe Bryant and his daughter Gianna in a helicopter crash, about which we have a video, the link to which is being displayed on the screen above. So for now, stay with us to find out about the actor who has lost his life in a similar way. William Joseph Lara was born on October 2, 1962 in San Diego, California, but he grew up in Newport Beach, California. The actor's parents had a mixed heritage as they were of Native American descent as well as Polish and Spanish. As he was growing up, he liked to spend his free time actively surfing, playing sand volleyball, soccer and football, and while in high school, he was voted as the most valuable player as a wide receiver. Though originally, where the world of entertainment is concerned, he did not start his career as an actor. At the age of 19, he was approached by a modeling agency. Thanks to their influence, he ended up turning down a number of college scouts from various California universities in order to pursue work as a professional print and runway model in Europe, working in fashion capitals such as Paris, Geneva, and Milan. However, Lara had other life plans, and he decided to move to LA to start a scene study workshop so he could pursue an acting career. And it wasn't long before he was given the opportunity to audition for the role of Tarzan in the CBS movie Tarzan in Manhattan, which premiered in 1989. Though his acting debut had come a year prior in 1988 when he appeared in a horror war movie, Night Wars. Thanks to the movie, and him as an actor being well received by the audiences, he was cast in the same role for a TV series, Tarzan The Epic Adventures, which aired from 1996 to 1997, with an extra episode being released in 2000. Being a man of many talents, he had also worked as a producer on several of the show's episodes. Some other productions in which he has starred in have been Dead Man's Run, Doomsdayer, and Lima, Breaking the Silence. Though where television is concerned, he had appeared in such well-known productions such as the 90s series Conan, The Magnificent Seven, and one of the most popular series, Baywatch. And speaking of the hit series, a brand new show is in the works about the relationship of its star Pamela Anderson and Tommy Lee. If you want to know more about the series and the actress taken on the role and whether she is fit for it, be sure to check out our previous video. He had ended his acting career in 2002 with only a small stint as a soap opera actor in the 2018 movie Summer of '67. According to BuzzLearn, the reason for the actor ditching his acting career was because he wanted to focus on his country music career, about which we will talk more in a moment, so make sure to stay with us until the very end. Though all his work in the industry has paid off, as according to Celebrity Net Worth, he had amassed a net worth of $1 to $5 million. But the actor has had many interests and passions outside of the acting world, and he had continued to nature throughout his entire life. He was a licensed falconer, a licensed pilot who had been flying since he was 16 years old. He was also an advanced open water diver, a surfer, an accomplished boxer, and a highly trained marksman, things that had surely come in handy in his acting career at one point or another. On top of all these other interests, the 58-year-old had also had a deep passion and love for animals, especially horses. The actor had a charitable side as well. He worked in partnership with the Soldier's Child Foundation, which helped those kids who had lost their parents while they were serving in the military. They helped those kids by organizing birthday celebrations for them, as well as mentorship programs in camps, and helping them out with further education by helping to provide them with a college scholarship. Due to the acting work, he had lived outside of LA for years before finally moving to Tennessee in 2011. Previously, he was in a relationship with Serbian-American actress Natasha Pavlovich, and the couple had a daughter together. And while their relationship didn't last, it looked like Joe had found his true love, as in 2018 he married Gwen Shamblin, a national best-selling author and founder of a Christian diet program, The Way Down Workshop, as well as the founder of the Remnant Fellowship Church. The two resided in Brentwood with their children and grandchildren who had lived close by. Though besides his other hobbies and work, one constant thing in Lara's life was his music. It was back when he was in junior high when his uncle had gifted him a drum set. Later he had signed up for guitar classes, and after he picked one up for the first time, he wasn't able to put it down. On his website, he stated with his hectic schedules and travels with countless hours spent in hotel rooms, his guitar was always his companion. But for the actor it wasn't just a hobby, as he released music, writing his own texts and compositions, as well as playing lead guitar and singing. In 2009, his fans were presented with his first album, which Lara produced and released himself. It was titled Joe Lara, The Cry of Freedom. However, as you all know, Curious, over the weekend a tragedy has hit the family of this couple as they were involved in a crash that took the lives of 7 people. According to reports, the private jet that they had belonged to Gwen and which they had registered the small aircraft through their company JL and GL Productions, as per local media. The aircraft, which was a Cessna 501, took off around 11 AM on Saturday from Smyrna Airport, which is located just outside of Nashville, and which was reportedly headed towards Palm Beach, Florida, but somehow had plunged into Percy Priest Lake not long after takeoff. Shamblin's daughter had reportedly sent a text to church members that stated it was taking a quick controlled landing, though the reason for it had not been stated. However, Lara has not been the first star to lose his life in an accident, and if you want to know about others who had met tragic ends, we recommend you our previous video, the link to which is being displayed above. Fire and other rescue crews were dispatched to the scene, but after an all-night operation, authorities had said that all passengers on board were found deceased and that their families were notified. Besides Joe Lara and his wife Gwen, one of the other 5 people on board was Brandon Hanna, who was their son-in-law and the husband of Gwen's daughter from their previous marriage, Elizabeth. All people involved in the tragic accident were locals and, as the press had reported, were members of the Remnant Fellowship Church. Currently an investigation is underway to determine what the cause of the crash was. While no media publication was named who was the pilot, it could be assumed that it might have been Lara, as he had a pilot's license, though that is something that has not been confirmed by any media publication at the time the video was made. The Sun had reported that Elizabeth, Shamblin Lara's daughter, whose husband was on board, had sent a text message to Remnant church members asking them for prayers, saying that the plane had to go down for a controlled quick landing. She also went to add, "More information to come, but be in prayer and be at peace. God is in control and will not stop moving forward with what God wants with his church." The churches had also released a statement to The Sun in which they stated that at the time, which was on Saturday, the families were still waiting for word from the authorities, though by late Saturday the authorities had the search had turned into a recovery mission rather than a rescue one. Rutherford County Fire Rescue Captain Joshua Sanders spoke to reporters and said, "Our efforts have transitioned from a rescue effort to that of a recovery effort. We are no longer looking for live victims at this point. Here at CURIOSIPS, we are sending our thoughts to the families of the victims." And so Curious, have you heard of Joe Lara before? Have you seen him in any of the Tarzan productions that he appeared in? Have you heard any of his music? Let us know in the comments below and we will see you in the next video.